Check the disk. It's now 1. Somehow it's 1. Okay, so the disk is ejected. So this will be the last thing I'll do for the night. Somehow it's 1. And I woke up at 8. Which isn't so early, but it's early for me. Alright. Alright, so see, we still got our AC going. I'm sorry that I had left it on the entire time. It's just pretty inconsiderate. And we might be able to get dynamic input. So I'll shut up for a little while, let the noise filter work. Hello. 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 It's not working at all, is it? No amount of input will shake it. That might be because we're multiplying stuff. So what we can do though, we can just set the breakpoint in Input Manager. So let's go like that. Let's find Input Manager. MM. Yeah, and then here we do first we make sure we're not here, then we make sure we're not going here, and then we just check what is going on. Is it still running? Yeah, it's still running. I set a bunch of breakpoints, but nothing's being called, which is weird. I'm gonna put one right here, and that should be hit. And yeah, that's hit. So I'll run it again. Just let it go. So that part gets hit. What about this one? That should get hit. Yeah, that gets hit. Let's step down and see what happens. So oh, you know what? I'm wrong about that. Yeah. Okay, so we know where the problem is. This was actually the other way around. Yeah. And we also want to check on this. And we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, we do have to worry about that. Okay. So this flips the truth statement around and still has the 200 millisecond trick. So I'm going to run it again. And this time, just kill all the breakpoints. It's good to see the debugger works. So here's the iPhone. And I'm starting to get a little sleepy. So I'm expecting maybe it'll work. Well, I don't know why, but nothing's happening. I'm going to stop it and run it again. Maybe I have to force quit it. What does that mean? I'll try force quitting this. taking its sweet time. No, it's just not working. Is it stopped? Alright. I don't know what's going on. I'll try one more time to run it. Sometimes weird stuff happens. Okay, it's running now. Weird. Probably say weird 50 times. But, it's running, but there's no input being detected. So, I'll put a breakpoint here. That should get hit now. Okay, so the minrecDB currently is -13, which might be too high. Or I might have to shout a lot louder. Yeah. Because the noise floor is always going to be 20. That's a reasonable value. Let's see what it is in a little while. So I'll disable this breakpoint and keep going. Okay, so while I was breathing harshly into it, minrecDB managed to stay the same value. And it should not be 13, it should always be a negative value actually. So I'm going to run it some more. Okay, see, it's syncing about 1 decibel every time. minrecDB is syncing about 1 decibel every time when I'm not speaking into it. And that's good. So before it was probably -13. And it seems like the ambient dB is probably around, well, we'll see. I'll just let it go and see where it stops. Okay, so maybe it's around -45 or something, because you figure it's around 20 under. I mean, these are reasonable values for this kind of noise in the room right now. And it reflects, I mean, it looks pretty similar to that Audacity thing. And let me just check how we're doing the initial detection. So we say average dB to amp So this is a value from 1 to 0, 0 to 1. And this is a value what kind of value is this? Getting really tired. This is a value from 0 to 1 after you convert to an amplitude. So I'm not sure why this doesn't get hit. We could try and make this even smaller. I really don't know. I mean, this should work in some cases. So, for example, right now it's negative 25. So if I breathe into the thing, it should go way over. Okay. Okay, so I breathe into it and I capture it at the same time. But minrec dB is already 7.8. Yeah. And the average is 0.14 when I was breathing into it. Now that sounds wrong. Let me try that again. Okay, when I was breathing into it, it's 0.14, and when it's idle, it's 0.005. Let's see if that stays true. So now, yeah, average 0.005. Okay, that's pretty similar. I'm going to breathe into it and pause it. Average is 4.8. Okay, so that's pretty high value. That's negative 6 dB about. I'm sorry, you couldn't see that. Yeah, I'm debugging stuff. Okay, so when I breathe it into it, I see. The problem is we are calculating this ahead of time, and we should not, or we should make this a much smaller we should make the gate a lot smaller. Okay. Starting to get a guess. I'm not sure if this part's valid or not. I would like to know. Let me try